Bonjour, je m'appelle Philippe. Aujourd'hui, nous allons faire... Just for a second, you thought we were doing a French one, huh? We're not. This is an English one. Hello, I'm Philip, and today we're going to be doing some mapping practice. Now, let me just do some things. This is not working, and this is super annoying. Something's broken with my laptop. So I'm going to have to plug that in. Plug that in because I don't think I need my speakers. So if you're new to my channel, hello. If you're watching on YouTube, this is a recording of a live stream, which means it's not going to be as slick as like a recorded video. So things might happen that they shouldn't, or there might be some things like this and all sorts of stuff like that. So so that's that. Now, if you see me looking down here, that's because I've got my little netbook and I am checking the chat. Son of a monkey. Yeah. There we go. So, yes. Oh, crikey. How can I... Right, there we go. Should be no sound now. So, hello to Zeke. Hello, GamerDude27. How you doing? Let's get rid of that. You want to see that, do you? So, Level Design Academy is the project where Don, aka Unk, teaches me how to map in GoldSource. GoldSource is the engine that was used to make Half-Life. I want to do that because I love Half-Life. I love it more than I love the other games. As much as I love Episode 2 and all of the extra features, I still love Half-Life, and I just want to make some things in Half-Life. So he's teaching me that, and because after you've learned something, you need to practice it, use it or lose it. These are my practice sessions. So basically, I'm practicing live on the internet. I have not had any time, except to test one thing once for like 10 minutes, maybe 5, any practice sessions outside of streaming. I'm kind of just, doing it live. I'm not a good mapper, hopefully, yet, maybe one day. And I see that these streams as more of a chance, me being a conduit for people to chat, and we talk about things and we do all sorts of different stuff. So in answer to Zeke, no, we're not going to do Prospect, because I thought to myself, Philly, I thought, why not save it for next week when you've got the 12-hour stream? Seems sensible to me. And I wanted to do some more mapping. We are not continuing the texturing, and hi Emil, hi Spider. What we are doing is I'm going to work on my cavern. Had some ideas for it last night as I was laying in bed, as you do. Let's get up here. And I thought, right, let's just get in here and do some work here. Right, so basically this is the sort of the cavern. I think I'm going to start Half-Life. Got one of those silly songs in the head now. Now I know you can't see. But don't worry, because I'm not really... I can't go backwards, can I? Damn it, I might no clip through there in a minute. Alrighty. You kind of can see it. That's interesting. You can see it in the background. Anyway, that wasn't really the point. Oh, but you can't see my... Why can't you see my jack? Hello, Auto Gaming Channel. Welcome to my channel, Mr. Auto Gaming Channel. All right, there we go. Good. So you are in. We are in Jack. Right. So here's what I want to work on. I want to work on very quickly. I want to work on this edge here. All right. So just a quick hello to Auto Gaming Channel. If you're new to my channel, which you obviously are, I am a new mapper and you're watching me practice. Hi Jamie, how you doing? Yeah, kind of like a tram access area, but it's not. So, Alpatov, sorry. Right, so we're going to need to do a little bit of work here because I have to fix this idea. I cannot just have this rubbish area here. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to just do... No. Okay, thank you for subbing me. No problem. Only if you like what you see. Only if you like what you see. What's that? That's that. Right, there we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to build... Just going to work on this little section here. So as I said, if you're sort of new, and what we're on 16. Let's drop that down to 16. Get to... Yeah, let's pop that over there as well. So you're just watching me practice. You're just watching me learn and do. And now that's one big roof. Yeah, this is Half-Life, baby. Oh yeah, we love Half-Life. Oh yes, we do. Yeah, so I got that song in my head. You know how you sometimes get this like song and it's like, oh no, probably from some TV advert. I can't remember, to be honest. Who can tell me what it is? Anybody can tell me? Right, so yeah, calm down. Don't worry, peeps. Don't worry. I know we got like a gap here. That's okay, because we're going to put something else in. What's that? Oh, that's that funny thing that we spent ages working on. Yeah, all right. Should we delete that now? And we just look around. Look around the round world. And we just move that there. Boom. We have ourselves potentially a leak. But fear not, people. Fear not, because we are going to build something. We are going to build we're just going to put a different texture in, actually. That's all we're doing. Oh, come on. Somebody tell me what that flipping song is. Can anybody tell me? Because it's like driving me crazy. Apparently the way to get rid of tunes, don't know if you know this or not, is to chew chewing gum. Hey, how cool is that? Oh, god damn it. Oh, should we have some music in the background? We talked about that last time, didn't we? Alright, yeah. You can learn from my mistakes. I'm happy to be the one that whose mistakes you learn from. Right. Let's have a... I'll put it very low in the background, don't worry. Of course it has to be Half-Life. Now I can't hear it because I don't have my headphones in. Alright. So tell me how that is. Is that okay? Is that too loud? You need to just sort of tell me that. I'll just put that back in the background. Right, and we're just going to move that down here. Boom. And then we're just going to copy another one. Just going to put that there, there. No, needs to be there. Good. Up to here. We are listening to the soundtrack from Half-Life because I thought that sort of it's been said a few times, why don't I, you know, have something going on in the background? So this is what we got. Tell me if you like it. Tell me it's too loud. Okay. That's down to 30%. How's that? Right, now, bet you can't guess what texture I'm going to use. Actually, you probably can. Okay, alright, calm down. Okay, so some people don't hear music and some people it's too loud. Yeah, alright then, here's what we're doing. We're tunneling TN. Tunnel. There it is. That's my new favourite texture. I'm not saying we're definitely going to use it, but we'll sort of figure it out. So we want it at 90, don't we? Here we go. And we want it. Wait, it's 16, isn't it? It's 32. Son of a monkey. Oh, flipping. Stop teasing me, guys. 40%. How's that? Right. So now I've got to move all these things. Somebody tell me what that tune is. Oh, got a lot of stuff going on there, haven't I? Right, there we go, look, boom. This, and this, and this, and this will now be 32. Something must be wrong. All right, let me plug my headphones in. See what I hear. Okay, yeah, I can hear it. All right, so it's at 60%. Boom. Yeah, desktop audio's there. Besides buzzing. Yeah, see, that's the sound. All right, so there we go. Look, I'm up to 65. So there we go. We'll leave it like that for a little bit. Stop teasing me, guys. Okay, so back in here, we're just gonna get that to fit. Oh yeah, baby. Boom. But you know what? That looks too big, doesn't it? That's. Yeah, all right. I don't like any of those things. I'm gonna put them all back to. And here, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make it fit. No, we're not. We're gonna reset it. We're going to rotate it 90 degrees. Boom. And we're going to scale it. Which one? I don't know. That one. There we go. That should be right, yeah. Don't tease me, gamer dude. That's not how it works. It's just not worth playing music for you guys. I'm going to sing instead. That will shut you up. Alright, so look, we're okay with that. Good. Boom. Left click. Alt right click. Oh, baby. I am the texture master now. And I can hear it on my headphones. Right. So the reason I've done that is because that allows me to just basically just change any of these textures, and I feel that that's going to sort of work okay now. I'm going to use just something like this, just something like that basic concrete. Yeah, I'm just going to use that. Proper funky. Play that funky music, white boy. There we go. Alrighty. How about that? Boom. Good. Now we need to change the ceiling. We need to change the ceiling, but first, what we're actually looking at doing here is just having a good look around. So this is like, what is this? That's like a roofy type thing, isn't it? What happens if I get rid of it? What happens? It shows all the rubbish we've got here. That's what it does. Okay. What is that though? Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to use that here. That's going to become a concrete slab. So once that's out of the way, look, we've got this absolute disaster of a leak. Now this is going to be important because we're going to be building rooms in here. There's going to be doors into here which lead into rooms. So I suppose for the time being we could simply, how freaking big is that, eh? We could just drop that down, couldn't we? Alright, so seriously now, it's a cooking channel. Yeah, we're cooking meth, baby. Meth. Actually, I was sort of joking around thinking I should start a silly, like a terrible cooking channel, you know, because I'm a terrible cook. I mean, like a sucky cook. And I was thinking, yeah, it might be fun to show everybody how sucky I am at cooking. Right, drop that down, boom. Now there should be no leakies now. Leaky squeakies. Good. And I'll tell you what we might do. We might just get rid of that thing as well. And we might, just for now, plop that along all the way there. So that will give us a nice, you know, what, it might give us a nice change of scene. You know, we finish here, boom. We're cooking up a Half-Life map. Head crab pie. Kind of funny. Now, here's what we're going to. Who can tell me? Who can tell me? And it sounds like a quiz question. Who can tell me the name? Who can tell me the name of the map before this map? And this is where I've got off the. Obviously, I've got off the tram. I want to go back outside, and I suppose I could. All right. Oh crikey! There is right. I can't just. What's out? I don't want to start Half-Life again. So if anybody can tell me the name of the map before this one, I would be most appreciative. C1A1 in it. Game of Duty have got to be English. Map C1A1. No. Oh crikey! Now you broke it. Flipping broke it. All right, so it's not C1A1. C0A0E. Oh, yeah, of course we play C0A0E. Okay, space. C0A0E. Yes, yes. Thank you, peeps. Wait, there's nobody there now. Oh, can I jump out? Yesterday when I was playing that. Now the reason I'm asking is because I wanted to copy some of this. Seriously? Can I no clip? Yeah, I can. Roger that. Right, I wanted to sort of copy this feeling here. So these are just like brushes, are they? These are just brushes with a texture that makes them look like that. And then that's just like a block to make it look like it's holding up the floor. And you've got these green lights here. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. Alright, look at that ceiling. Can you see that ceiling? What? Alright, so just seeing if I missed anything on the right then. Here we go. We should be back in Jack. That's way too loud. Or is the music in the... Right. Yep. Where are we, peeps? We are back in Jack. So, I'm just sort of... I was thinking that... Sorry. Of having like one of that sort of walkway along there. What's the idea? Coming to the point now where I know what I want, but I'm not sure I know how to make it. That's interesting. Right, we're going to we're gonna do some... Yeah, I know that looks horrible. Really, it is just... We're not gonna have square walls, just horrible square walls like this. Don't worry, it was never my intention. It's just I don't know how to make like nice curvy bits. Well, not curvy even, but like just oh, what the heck is that all about? Right, there, and then there. Right, there we go. I don't know what displacement means. Sorry. Don't know what displacement means. So we're going to have to change that texture. We'll leave that for the time being. That's going to be sort of just for now. And so what we're about to do here is we're going to make some rooms. That's going to be the thing. Hi, Blue Shift. Okay. Just trying to get my head around the ideas of what we are, where we are, and everything. All right. Okay. What's the displacement anyway? So we've got plenty of space to make these rooms. We could, what would happen if we extend that all the way to there? Does that cause problems elsewhere? Yeah, it does. It just sticks it out all the way over there. Silly filly. Where does it need to be? It needs to be there. Okay, no problem. So let's get started. Come on, we're just wasting time. We need to build a couple of rooms. We want sort of this. I'm not sure what they're going to be in there yet. That'll be the floor. Okay. So we want that. Select that. Get in there. No. Select that. Good. Okay. So hello and welcome if you're just joining me, or as I teased you earlier on, bonjour. I was pretending to be doing having a stream in French. Aujourd'hui, nous allons faire right. Okay, so let's build some walls. I need to get in a bit closer here. One thing that I'd really like is to be able to resize these things really quickly. There's probably it might be a Y. So hi Andy, how you doing? So as you can see, we're on to here now. We're doing a little bit of work on the area itself. What is that? No, that. That's the ceiling. That's the floor. Or vice versa. Right, okay. Good. 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 Very plain, very boring. Good. Just like me. No, Phillip, you're not boring. You're so interesting. No, you guys are so nice. Thanks. Now, how big are doors normally? They're like 48, or how wide are doors? Now, that room looks like way too big, doesn't it? I have to maybe make that a bit smaller. Should we make that a bit smaller? Don't really know. Let's not make it a bit smaller for now. Let's just do that. Now, that should mean we just walk into here. There should be no holes in the wall until I'm about to make one. Good. Right. So what we're going to do though is we're going to make that a big fat wall. Fat. But we're going to have to resize it. Plano channel. Because so the best way to make a hole is to clip it, isn't it? I mean, there's one. Is it easier for me to just clip or resize everything? Just simply, you know, just resize it. Like that, and then just make a copy like that. Drop that down to there, like that. That window looks too small though. Do that. So that's too high. There we go. That looks okay, doesn't it? It's a pirate's life for me. I don't know whether to just put... Ooh, so many different ideas. That's the problem, huh? We want this sort of area looking out on here, and of course we now okay, so boom, 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 boom. Right, worry about the texture stuff later, right? Because that's all that looks just a bit silly now. Right, so hi, halfway lander. So is it easy to just do like little, you know, like bits on a wall, because I don't want the wall looking straight and I don't want to have to spend hours and hours and hours, which I will if I have to. No, it's not a security checkpoint, but good thinking. It is just sort of an office somewhere. And I think we're going to make the glass almost. Why have I got two walls there? What's going on there? What the hell is that? That's the ceiling. And that? Can't that just be there then? I often make a mash of these things, don't I? Right then. Here we go. So what we need now is we need a big piece of glass to go here. And what was that doing up there? I don't know. But let's just sort of... Right then, so let's draw a piece of glass here. We're going to drop down to 8 so that we can get it in the middle. I've forgotten how to make glass. So hopefully you guys will be able to remind me. And let's browse a texture. Glass. We want just a simple, this one. Apply it. No, don't apply it. How do you undo that? Control Z. Okay, let's go back in here. Sorry, I thought I was going to... What happened to my thing? Oh, completely lost it. Oh, hello Andrew. Nice to meet you. Welcome to my channel. Hi sheep. So, for those new people... Oh, there it is. For those new people, hello. You're watching me practice level design. I am a new mapper. Son of a... Right. Good. Now, I'm a new mapper and I'm just practicing. What we got here is we've got this bit of glass. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to save it in a minute. What's AG? Right. So I need to turn this into an entity, don't I? And I got to write this down. I'm so FX mode is like no, none of that. Render mode. It's like it's a texture, isn't it? It's a texture. The amount. I'm gonna make it 100 because I want to see through it. It's a funk wall. Don't get me started. It's a funk breakable. Funk soul brother. Knew I couldn't do it without that. But at least I'm not singing that song I was singing earlier. And at least I'm singing funk soul brother now. Check it out now. Funk soul brother right about now. Funk. Okay, it's a funk wall, yeah? Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I only textured one side. Oh, look, and it's see through now. Oh, yeah, baby. Let's make that 150. Boom. Oh, baby. Who's your baby? There we go. And that looks shite, doesn't it? Right. That's it's too low. This wall needs to come up. A little bit, maybe a little bit more. Check it out now. The funk soul brother right about now. The funk soul brother, check it out now. Okay, and in fact what we need to do is we don't want it going right towards the end. That doesn't look right, does it? Right up against that wall there, it just doesn't look right. We need it to be in a bit. Now I know you're going to tell me, but Philip, you've got yourself a leak. But I haven't really got a leak, have I? I've just got a... Oh, that flipping wall goes way in the wrong place. That's what I need. Check it out now. The funk soul brother, right back now. The funk soul brother. And, yeah, okay, y'all. Skander, I am an English teacher. I live in a place near Bilbao, which is in northern Spain, and I teach English in the mornings. I teach it to companies, so business people, engineers, people like that, managers, and in the afternoon I teach children in an academy. That's what you meant, yeah? Right now, so, come on, we got to make a song for, sorry. We could just extend that into there a little, couldn't we? Be lovely. So when we're in here, there we go, look, we've got just that edge. That just seems right to me, just having that edge. So now what we need to do is we need to sort of do something over here. I think I just need to do something like that. But still on the wrong texture. No problem. We just select that one there and select that one there. And let me select that, and that's got to pop out to there and to there. But it's too long. Just needs to be too here. And it's too high. So yesterday I was complaining about Alien Covenant. saying how unimpressed I was with the sort of the trailer. Right, I think what we need here, I forgot, does it still emit glass decal sounds with funk wall? Yeah, it does. I think we need to make this square, don't we? It just doesn't, don't you think it just doesn't look right? We've got to bring that out a bit. That looks better, don't you think? Give us that. When I say square, you know what I mean, in the sense that this is as wide as that, and then that funk wall can just come in there. Right, we're okay with that. Yep. Okay, yeah. So what I want to do now is I want to change the texture on the side, like on the inside. So obviously we don't want glass. Then what we're going to do after that is we're going to save it. We're not sure what texture we want in that room yet, so I'm not going to be too worried about that. But I need something that looks sort of, you know what I mean when I say just looks like it would be something that would help separate the rock from the thing and stick the glass in. And it always comes down to choosing appropriate textures. It really, how about that? That's 64 wide. And you know what I haven't done? I haven't done a good job of seeing. Oh fucking hell! Oh fucking hell! I just it was like a perfect texture. That well, it wasn't perfect, but right. Right, apply it, biatch. Okay, so that's way funny shape there, that is. So how big is that thing? That's 32. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to fit it. I don't know how best to fit it. If I fit it centrally. There we go, look, how about that? Good. Yeah. And then if we... How about that? We like that? Okay, so in answer to Halfway Lander's question, he's asking if I could explain what type of area I'm making. And I will do that with pleasure. Poop. I just want to finish texturing this thing because... No, not happy. Oh, look, you can do 2 textures at once. Let's go back to this one very quickly and let me just get this. Okay. There we go. This area is okay. So basically, I started off by copying some particular area from the beginning of Half-Life, like the first main entrance. When I say copy, just like the general idea, a big hall leading into a corridor, and because I just wanted to get some practice at, you know, dimensions and more importantly proportions. And it was about building some corridors, and then I sort of put this in and decided to make my corridor look a little bit nicer, so I put this pipe in, and then we spent ages trying to fix this under the floor corridor pipe. And then we sort of opened it out into a big area. That's going to sort of lead down to somewhere else. And then this was into a big cavern type area. That was the idea here, the cavern type area. And this is a security feature. It's all part of my sort of, I've got like these 3 or 4 design principles that I'm going to apply. One of them is that there will be no stairs in any of the mods that I make. I'm not going to go into all of the details. I like ramps. The second one is that there's going to be no interacting with the scientists to open doors. There's going to be a security area that follows the whole area, a separate security unit that is connected to the main area but is separated. So there'll be like a security guard through the glass, and when you need to open a door, he will just be triggered to open a door for you instead of you having to take a scientist. And the third area is much more interesting doors and security features. So this is that main area. So I think we've spent enough time working on this for us to save it now, and to be honest, we should have saved it way long ago. Okay, good. We'll totally confused where I am now. Okay, yeah. Let me just copy a light into there, just so we got a little bit of light in that room. Okay, good. Let's save that. Let's export it as a map. 18, and then we're going to play it. No, not exactly making a mod. I actually consider if I just trash all of this at some point, I don't mind. What I am trying to do is I'm trying to build up my style. I'm trying to build up an understanding of A, how the engine works, how do I build walls, how do I put things in places, what textures work well together, and what sort of overlaying style of mod do I want to build. So yeah. So there we go. So that's what this is. It's just practice. I have a number of mods, ideas, very specific, all fixed in my head, that eventually I want to do. We'll export that again. And eventually, maybe when I retire, because I'm still young, you know, in the sense that, I hate how you can't just type in this box. If Mr. Jack Editor's ever watching, just make it so I can type in that box, for crying out loud. At some point when I retire, I think I want to remake Half-Life. Well, there was a problem. Right, so now we got a leak. So that's a bit of a shame. And when I say remake Half-Life, I don't mean remake it like Black Mesa. What I mean is reimagine it. So what we've got to do here is, oh well, there's our answer straight away, eh? That wasn't hard, was it? Yeah. No, it's actually, I just think that they're dangerous. I think that so many things could be solved by not having stairs. You can push little ramp, you know, those trolleys, when you've got like a trolley, if you've got ramps. I know they take up more space. Get in there a little bit, have a look at that. Okay, so basically I've got a sort of a choice to make here. I've got to, if I make that smaller, like that, do I lose any? I've got to keep that. I've got to keep that floor. All right, I'll fix that in a minute. So save it, export it again. So when I say want to remake Half-Life, I want to just sort of take the idea. Okay, there's that flipping leak again. that you come into you go through a tram and you see areas. Okay, well, let me just rebuild those areas and see, different imagination. And then you come to a control point. Okay, well, how would I make a control point? And then you come to the lockers, and you just slowly just go through that. I just think that that'd be an interesting exercise. I'm not trying to make it better or use high resolution textures or anything, but just do things differently. Just how would I? Alright, so I think that we should load this point file, I think. Is that what it's called? Is it edit? Map. Load a point file. Oh, look, it's so simple, isn't it? Alright, so sorry about that. Peeps. We just... Could I just extend that just for now? I could. Doesn't look very nice though, does it? What if I do that? No, it's still missing. Fine. Okay, if I just do that, and I just do that, and I just do that, and so anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm just playing. That's all I'm doing. Just learning, playing, and having fun. There we go. Good. Yeah, I do. Absolutely. Stairsville. That's what it'd be. Stairsville. Right. Okay. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, peeps. Here we go. Oops. Not that one. So I think my mouse is a bit funny. It sort of jumps every now and again. I'm gonna F5 to export again, I believe, and run it, baby. Okay. We think that we got something going on there. Stair mounting. Oh, you're so funny, people. You're so funny. Maybe no stairs won't produce any, interesting play areas, because I do recognise that a stairwell can be quite fun. So I'm going to have to maybe make some sort of replacement stairwells. I went to a place. Oh God, I got such a terrible memory in Sevilla, or Seville as they like to say in England, Alhambra, and it was like a Muslim thing that was turned into a cathedral, and it was fantastic. I love cathedrals, but there's this tower, and it didn't have stairs. It had this ramp, and it was designed for horses, so that the horses could go to the top really quickly and light something. I don't really know. So yeah. Okay, yeah. Right then, should we play? Yeah, Philly, let's play. Oh, let's have a look. Right then. So, map PCT18, hit me, baby. One more time. So here we go. So this was that sort of like the basic room, just trying to get the dimensions right, getting the edges, kind of trying to copy what Valve did there. I've got that flashing flipping light, which is annoying. I know I did it on purpose, but oh look, we got that screwed up texture there. Look, we'd have to fix that. Now we think that we've got this looking okay. It looks like it carries on, so we're kind of comfortable with that. Oh, but there's that bright light that's lighting up that, yep. And it sort of stops there. That doesn't look very good, does it? Anyway, we still got to do a lot of work with this edges. We'll come to that room in a second. How does this look? This looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite happy that we've now got this interesting enough change that it looks quite good. So there we go. That brings us into this area here. Don't worry about that. That's like the thing. Okay, that looks okay. That glass looks too thick though, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll have to make that glass a bit thinner. That's okay. And here, I don't know who was asking earlier on, but here is one of my ideas for like a door system, security system. So you walk onto here, and it would then take you to the opening at the door, which would be up here, but there, of course, there's no door. So the whole idea is that the walkway is a security feature. That's kind of going to be one of my ideas, that, you know, doors and security features are going to be interesting. I remember playing Half-Life the first time, and you know those doors that the tram goes through? I just was like, oh my god, that's so cool. So yeah. Right, so let's go and have a look at that room. Yeah, Hogwarts with the moving stairs. Maybe I've got the idea from that, I don't know. Alright, okay, and there we go. We sort of look out into this area. That glass is just way too thick. And we need to do a lot of work inside here, but essentially that's what I'm looking for. I'm now going to build another room, another door, and we'll obviously change the width of these doors and all that sort of stuff. We're going to have at least another 2-3 rooms. Yep. And down here is going to lead to a corridor that goes downwards, a ramp that goes downwards. Shock horror. And there'll be glass windows down there. So the ramp will go sort of all the way down, and there'll be, I don't know if I'm going to do diagonal or little straight windows all the way down. That might be quite fun. So what I want to do now is I want to start to make this whole cavern area look a little bit more interesting. And to do that, I want to add some concrete girders, because it's got to kind of feel as though this is like a place that's been built out of, you know, a cavern. And of course that texture in there is pooperoony. So let's jump back into Jack. Right. So remember, we're still mucking about. We're still experimenting. This funk wall. Okay. It's a bit better. Right. So, I mean, I know it doesn't matter too much, but why don't I fix those textures just very quickly? Right. So. Right, okay, that looks a bit better. Yep, we're okay with that, peeps. Okay, good. Alright. So, we're making concrete ding-dongs now. How far down do I have to go? You know what? You know what, peeps? I might go all the way down. I do. I wonder, what is that? How freaking fat is that bottom, eh? Fat as you, Phillip. Doesn't need to be that fat, is it? Right, okay. I might even put some lava down the bottom. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? So what we kind of want here is, let's... there we go. We're kind of going for that look. And we've got to worry about the bottom. We do, because when you're sort of over walking through this door at the top here, you're going to look back and you're going to get to see it. So it's got to look kind of cool. And we've got to break up this whole cavern thing. We've really got to do some work here. Maybe, okay, well, we'll just have to do that. So what we want now is, we want this to go to the top, more or less. And we're on 16. And then, of course, we're going to need to make it look like a concrete thing. I like this kind of concrete. I like that kind of concrete too, but Are there places, I mean, I suppose there must be places where I can download concrete textures for Half-Life. What might look good in here? Some kind of metal, perhaps? Any ideas? Do you want to sort of get maybe a steel? That might go quite nicely. Like a faded steel. Feel free to tell me what you think. Definitely open to ideas as far as textures are concerned. Oh, there's a nice concrete texture. Let's just apply that. Let's go and have a look. Problem is that when something's this big, what the monkey's going on there? Ooh, look. That's way more complicated than it needs to be, isn't it? So what if we just move this out of the way? What if we... Maybe we should tidy up this... A lot of stuff that when you're sort of building and you don't really know what you're building, and you just sort of build and you're new as well. There's a lot of wasted building. Let's get rid of that. And what is that? Look at that. Look at these. I've got so many. There's more stuff outside my maps than there is inside. What's that? Oh, that's that wall. Why is it sticking out there then? I mean, I don't know if it makes much difference, but it's just bad building, isn't it? Really, I mean. And these things don't need to be that fat, do they? Make them skinny, Philly. Make them skinny. Ah, right. Okay, there we go. So, what we got going on here? Well, the first thing we need to do is fix that texture, eh? Let's save that. Because that's just like bleh. So, what I was saying earlier on, I don't know if you agree with me, is that when you've got these big things, the repetition just makes them look horrible. Maybe I need to... I'm using... Yeah, maybe I'm just using the wrong texture, because it looks nice there, but as soon as you scale it up to something so big, I need like big textures. I have to say the texture browser in these things is terrible. There should be a way of saying how big you want things, and I mean, just like tags. Can't be hard to have tags, can it? What's that? 128 or 128? For now, let's just have that. Apply it. What's gone wrong there? Any ideas? Come on, peeps, talk to me. You think I should go for like a metal-y type? What I'm worried about with these is that they just don't have any edges. Just can't. Right. So that's all we want, isn't it? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, is there? Yeah, it looks like yeah, Looks like there's not many live chatters at the moment. I mean, that looks good to me. Maybe we'll make it so that you can get down into this area and you can do a bit of exploring, and there'll be like a dead man behind that thing. Right. So now let's start to do a bit of work here. So we need one of those opposite there. Over there we do. Now we know that simply, you know, it wouldn't work if this were real engineering. We know that. Okay, well, so as you probably guessed, I'm trying to just sort of build a just something simple that looks as if it was designed to hold up the okay, might allow me to right, let's group those things together. Now we'll copy one of those to there, and I'm aware that it hits the thing. And we'll copy one through here. Again, I'm aware it sort of goes through the thing, but don't worry, I'll have it on a rail so it works. And there'll be something sticking out on the edge here for the thing to fit on. All right, okay, I'm okay with that. Now, so we're looking to have something like that. So let's and then we'll have two of those. So let's have this just a bit higher there on the edge. We'll ungroup those. Good. We'll switch around. Oh, we could have, that's a good idea. We could have something there just to, no, we'll do something else. Calm down. People, calm down. Wait, I thought I ungrouped those. Ungroup them. Right, there we go. Alright, good. And then this one can boom. Yeah, we don't like that. I constantly complain about how I don't like how those textures overlap. So I don't want to be guilty of that. So there we go. Yeah, you might be right about that, and I did think about maybe making it some sort of pit or something. That might sort of fit with my idea of something nice, and then down in maybe in the pit could be some lava, but the player can still get down there and still explore a little bit and maybe find some interesting stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. I mean, this, as I sort of say, today is really just, it's all practice. That's all it is. Just me practicing and trying to get better and trying to learn and having ideas, and you just having to see it as it happens. So something's gone wrong. Okay, let's ungroup those. Do the same again. Kind of get that going like that. Get that going. Okay, in a minute. All right, good. Yeah, absolutely. Corrosive chemicals. There's like a bunch of ideas that we could easily. Let's group those and then just copy them up there. What do we want? Do we just want it there? And what the monkey is that? What's that? Where's that? Look, again, just like this weird thing. Get rid of that. Get back in there. Get in there. Right, there we go. So now we can have that. What we should do, I don't know whether they should be sort of overlapped in different ways. Right, now that sort of breaks it up a little bit. It allows me to sort of do some more interesting things. Do we think it's big enough though? I don't know. Let me ungroup them. Maybe that needs to just be a bit fatter. I think it does, doesn't it? They all need to be a little bit fatter. Otherwise they won't be believable as supports. Do you agree? Disagree? Well, it's still a bit of practice, isn't it? How are we doing for time? Oh, only got another 15 minutes, I think. Right. So now what I feel as though I want to do is I want to do something in a corner. I don't just want, and I'll worry about the textures in a minute, I don't just want this thing here, I want like an angle. So this will be a bit of practice for me to do some more clipping. I'm going to make something square like that. Hi Hacken. And I'm going to clip it. Got to select it first. Clipping tool. And what we got? we've got that. That looks okay, doesn't it? And if we take that as the texture, good. And then we click, click. Maybe it's not the right texture, but does that look a bit better? I think it looks okay. At least it's something. And then we can simply copy it across to all of the other places. Or at least I think we can. No. I probably should check that it's working for... Oh, no, we have a problem there, Houston. Houston, we have a problem. Let's get a little bit closer, because that needs to be there. Good. And then we high tunked. Just about to finish, to be honest. Yeah, that looks a bit better, doesn't it? It just breaks it up a little bit, just makes it feel as though, you know... No, it's not an under construction cavern. This is, you know, these grids are there to sort of provide support, and it's definitely not going to be this square when it finishes. You know, I'm going to have to do a lot of work to make that look much prettier than that. But it's just a sort of a start. And here we go. We just got to do those two up there. And then we'll just think about some lights, eh? Shall we think about some lights? And how about that? There we go. Yeah, we remember you, don't worry. No, nothing to do with tram access. This was never to do with trams. This was just a natural cavern that was used as a security point that allowed the designers of the facility to enhance their security. So that's really what was happening there. So let's save this. Call it number 19. We'll have a quick look at it in game, I think. Hopefully we don't have any leaks. And then we'll no, it was never supposed to be a tram area. Tram area was, I think maybe you're thinking about the first work I was doing, which I'm still, you know, want to do. That was going to be a tram entrance area. But this is sort of organically developed after I started copying. No, hacking, this is what's called Jack. Jack is an editor like Hammer, but designed for some other things. Alright, so this is what we had originally. Now unfortunately I can't simply reload this. I'm going to have to do the next one, which means we start way from the back. I might move that. Yes, I did, you're right, but I mean I'm not copying the game yet. Okay, now that's a bit more interesting, eh? I'm just still building. Yeah, okay, that's good. I like that. From a visual point of view, immediately, instead of this blank wall, we've got something going on here. Okay, good. Black screen, you're absolutely right. I am so sorry. Boom. Right, let me go back to where I was. I'm not going to go back to the beginning. But, okay, so you come down here. you come into this room and we obviously got to do a whole bunch of things in this room, but you get a bit of a view to where you're going because you're likely to go into the rooms first. Okay with that. And then, as I was saying, that when you first come around this corner, you do get this, instead of a blank wall, you get this area that my struts, and then we come along in here and we got this, and then this would be the floor that moves across with like nice sound effects and stuff, and there'll be like a little thing that slows down there, and then we drop down here, and then we'll have to do some work along here. I've got no idea how that's going to be built yet. That might be hanging from a system on the ceiling, or it might be some things down the bottom. What are you talking about? Rest in peace, Timur. What the flip? What are you talking about? What the flip? I could put a ladder up there, couldn't I? Maybe on the next time I'll maybe put a ladder up here. I don't know how to put ladders in yet. All right, good. So jump back into Jack. Boom, baby. So what we want to do now is perhaps question is, do we want it to be like that? Actually, that might work really nicely. I didn't plan it like that, to be honest. I was going to just make this open, but that would make much more sense, wouldn't it? I know that I'll need to do a little bit of work with that, and that might be okay though. So should we just take that idea and run with it a bit more? I'm kind of thinking though that should be square. Maybe I need to do that with all of them. Move that one along. Make this bigger. How are we doing for time? Ooh, running out of time. Been on for right, so let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. I know it's not perfect. I do. So, hi Phillip. So you sort of joined me just as I'm about to finish, I'm afraid. So sorry about that. Although I might keep going until my girlfriend comes home, and it might be one of those super abrupt endings, you know, where I'm like, as soon as I hear her key in the door, I'll be like, all right, thanks for watching, bye. You know, one of those. Because I never know exactly what time she's coming home. Makes it so hard to have the other girlfriends home. It's a joke. Calm down, it's a freaking joke. Oh, look at that. See how easy I did that? By mistake. So I'm just squaring up my columns. Have I done that one? I have. Doesn't look like it, but whatever, geese, whatever. There we go. Now, Now what's going to be fun, good sirs, will be, how do I want to do the lighting here? How do I want to do the lighting? Because I think this sort of allows me for some interesting ideas. Let me entertain you. No, sorry. Let me build this. There, like that. What have I just built? I've just built that. It's at the wrong height though, but it needs to be up there. Now, I'm going to clip it. Boom, baby. What's a light dynamic entity? My plan was to turn that into a light. So let's have a go at doing that. Let's have a LG, right, okay, good. So we've got to go for that one. Oh, how big is it? It's 48 by 32. It's not going to fit what I want, is it? It's not that bad, but I'll tell you what we will do before we start doing anything else. We just want to talk about that. We just want a metal-y type thing. Metal, no. Oh, it's so hard. Any ideas? Okay, we don't want to get caught in. My face looks stupid when I'm looking at the camera like this because I'm looking at the textures. I'm sorry. M for metal. All we want is just like something like that. That's all we really want. Now, are these one of those ones that if it's a light texture, it's light already, or do I need to like stick a light there? No, but you see, that's green. Why is that green? Right, let me put the light somewhere else. Should we see it? Let's even delete that light. I'll tell you what we do. Why don't we delete all of these lights? Are there any other lights in here? So let's make this room super dark. Don't get too scared. Philly will protect you from the boogeyman. Just for now, just to see what happens there. Yeah. You need an entity. Alright, so F5. Run it again, baby. It's going to take a few moments to run. Boom, boom, boom. I'll have a drink. Oh, sorry. Another hard training session this morning. Whew. Riznach Isfarel. Hello, Riznach Isfarel. I hope that I'm even close to pronouncing your name. I'm afraid, good sir, or good madam, you're very close to the end of the extreme. Right, I'm about to stop. I've been on since 3:30. Here we go. So we're in game. And we can now, oops, we can simply restart. Here we go. Right, so somebody's saying that I need to configure it if it's light by themselves. And there we go. We got this very dark, and we can see the light, but no, it's not giving any light. Okay, so that's what we need to do. So we're back in Jack. Back in Jack. I hit the bag. It's been too long. Glad to be back, Sam. Let it loose. Sorry. There should be some AC/DC fans here, surely. We stick it here, and we'll go to properties. The colour, brightness. Pick a colour. Pick a colour. Well, we're going for this orangey glow, aren't we? So we'll have that. Pick a brightness. Brightness is 200. I think the maximum is 255. Right. Okay. Probably used the wrong texture. Alright, yeah, I'm not going to get involved in any of that stuff. Just going to do this. Just going to do this. And we're just going to run it again. And then we rush back in there really quickly. And we'll see if we've got our light. And then what I can do is, to finish with, I can put them in all of the corners to give it this sort of glow. How about that? Are we okay with that? Well, it doesn't matter if you're okay with it. It's probably what I'm going to be doing. 28 people watching. Jeez Louise. Wow. It's taking a lot longer to... Boom. Here we go. Get ready, peeps. So this is what we've got. I quite like it as it is. It's like a little bit spooky in there. And of course we'll have some sound effects. Like... And we got... I'm not sure that looks good though, does it? That sort of curve in there. Maybe that arch doesn't fit the rest of the room. Anyway, here we go. You ready? Right. I think the next time we'll move our player start, shall we? Oh, don't forget to remind me to fix that texture. Okay. How do we feel about that? Do we like that? I quite like it. Oh, flipping stupid black screen. I keep forgetting. I'm so sorry. Stupid black screen. Right, now you can see. Now you can definitely see. I've done all the walking for you. Alright, how about that? Do we kind of... I think that's I'm kind of going with that because it's like a little bit subdued and it kind of fits with the rock and you know. So that's the idea. Let's go back to Jack. Let's minimize those. Get back in there. Let's pop in there. Oh look, you've kind of got the colour of that light now. That's kind of cool, isn't it? If we... Oh, my leg. What if we just very quickly made it purple? See, now the light's purple. Oh, I like that. Was that the same in Hammer? Don't know if it was or not. Right, so we're on there, and we're going for... We're going to go for 125. That's what we're doing. Boom. And we're going to group them, and then we're simply going to copy them because that would be by far the easiest thing to do. No? Yes, Phillip, yes, so sensible. Mr. Sensible. Your middle name is Mr. Sensible, Phillip. Yes, it is. Yes. So there, and then oi. There we go. That was a... Hey! How many flipping of these have I got now? Alright, one thing at a time, Philly. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, seriously? I'm a fucking idiot. No, hopefully you're not an idiot. Oh, what's going on here? Why doesn't that work? Drop it down to 8. And it did. Okay, good. Okay, so what we're doing now, we are, I don't know if there's too many of them. I don't know if I've kind of gone overboard now and just got too many of them. But we're going to see before we panic too much. That's why I did. Oh, why are they changing colour? How are we doing? So the idea was to put them in all 4 corners, but I'm kind of doubting now whether that will just look good or not. What do you think? Nothing's going on. So I think we've got to take the plunge now, haven't we? We just got to finish it. We've just got to finish it and say, this is how it works. This is what Philip's done. And peace be on the world, and everybody eat ice cream or something. That's what we got to say, haven't we? Holy, there's 10,000 of these things to do. Whose flipping idea was it to do this? Oof. Why is there not an easy way of doing this? Holy schmoly, Philly. Right, now what is that, first of all? That's the ceiling. And what is that? That's the wall. So, how come the wall and the ceiling overlap then? That doesn't make sense. So should the ceiling come to here? Oh, so why didn't we get a leak then? All right, whatever. Calm down, calm down, calm down. Let's just get as many of these things done as possible, eh? How are we doing? What happens? What's the question? Right. So sorry. This is just so laborious, isn't it? But I suppose mapping is like that sometimes. I probably made them too shiny, didn't I? Right then, let's just get that one like that. Oh, we must be nearly finished, eh? Yeah, we're nearly finished. So sorry. This is either going to look fantastic or it's going to look horrible. Which do you think it will be? Okay, so let's get that one in there. Let's get that one in there. I've got my finger on shift so often now. Every time I want to move something, I end up copying it anyway. Oh, look, like that. Right, we are so close to finishing, peeps. Let's... Okay, so looks like we just need this corner here. So, how are we doing on chat? Old school. Yes, sir, old school. Right, it's done, isn't it? Now, it's going to take ages and ages to compile, I suppose, because of all these lights. Is Half-Life still playing, by the way? No, it finished. Right. Okay then. We better save this as number 19, 20. No, 19. In World War II, the average age of the combat soldier was 19. 26. In Vietnam, it was 19. No, 19. Right. Here we go. Oh! Something went wrong. I broke it. Still thinking, don't worry about that. I'm just getting something ready for... Don't forget about the black screen. You're right, Spider. So, I'll get the black screen working now. Boom, baby. And here we go. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Oh, we forgot to move the thing, and we forgot to fix this texture. You people are rubbish. You're the worst viewers ever. You're supposed to be reminding me of stuff like this. Okay, just joking. Oh. It's too bright. And you come around here, that kind of... It's too bright. Whoa. Nearly fell off there. What do you mean serious? Serious about what? Maybe I could take away the ones from the edge there, don't you think? Just use the central corners. I quite like it though. It's not that bad, is it? I mean, I've seen worse lit rooms. It could be a little bit darker, and maybe I'll sort of turn down some of them. But I think it sort of gives a nice sort of glowy feel to it. Remember, we're going to have some more things. We're going to have a walkway down here, which is going to have some glass in it. We're going to have some things along the top, which I might have to remove those things anyway. But yeah. Oh, look, there's a space there, look. Will I fall off? Oh, no, baby. I'll have a quick look. Yeah, not too bad. Definitely can do some work down the bottom here. I feel as though I've accomplished something this time. And we need to put a ladder. Who can help me? Andy's here. Lights for the lower level? Yeah, absolutely. Put some lights down here. Get some stuff going. But that's it for today. So thank you for watching. And I probably won't. I'll be streaming next weekend, of course, because remember, next weekend is going to be the long stream. It's going to be the fundraising stream next weekend. So I'll be streaming from 12 o'clock. I'll make a proper post tomorrow. 12 o'clock on Saturday, 12 p.m. So that's like middle of the day, until the donations stop. Basically, we'll probably do that thing where we start with, 12 o'clock. I've got to get $5 to carry on, and then at 1 o'clock I need $6 to carry on, and 7 o'clock I need 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock I need $7. We do sort of like that rolling thing. All money raised goes to the Hammer Cup 2017 prize fund. I don't get any of the money. Any of the money that you donate goes to the mappers at the end of the year, and however much I collect will be distributed evenly. So that's what's going to happen. Mark Anderson, no sir, I am not a game designer. I am a new mapper. I am learning. Somebody's teaching me in various streams, and these streams that you're sort of watching here now, these are me just practicing and learning how things work and just getting my ideas and fixing things. And when you say a co-op, yeah, we could do a co-op with the viewers. That might have to wait for a bit later in the year when I've had a little bit longer to think about that and plan it a bit more. You might say, oh, but you've got a week. But basically, once I go offline now, I won't be back online till Saturday morning. I just don't have enough time during the week. So that's what's going to happen next weekend. So that will be the next stream. So thank you for watching. Remember, finishing Half-Life is just the beginning. You must play lots of maps and mods, and you can find thousands of maps and mods on my website, which is RunThinkShootLive. And this was Level Design Academy practice, and the tagline for Level Design Academy is taking Half-Life to new levels. So thanks for watching. See ya.